Good morning, everybody. Rural 2IC here, coming to you for another morning chat, or AKA the floating head, because of the way that I've got to record these just after 6 a.m. here in the morning. So, I was listening something on the way into work. I was actually going to talk about something else, but this got me thinking that somebody shared the expression "jack of all trades, master of none" is not the complete saying, that it actually is a jack of all trades, a master of none is better than a master of one. And it got me thinking about that, because most people are a jack of at least some trades, right? You may be a master electrician, you may be a master carpenter, anything along those lines, a master seamstress, but you still know how to do various things for yourself. You may know how to change the oil in your car. You can cook. So it doesn't mean that you're a master chef, but you're a jack of cooking there. Various things along those lines. So when it comes to this saying right here, this doesn't mean that you take away from the masterhood, if you will, because you need that master. The only thing is you still need that person that is a jack of all trades. Think about it maybe in like a military aspect. If you have a battle, your sergeant, your master sergeant, isn't on the battlefield. You have medics, so that medic has to be able to suit up and go into a hostile environment and be able to maybe return fire and know different calls and different lingo and things like that. And their job is to get to that person that is wounded and stabilize them and get them for transport to get them back to the master. Same thing maybe in automotive. If you have some sort of a breakdown and you are on the side of the highway, you don't get the master technician coming to you on the side of a busy freeway, ripping apart your engine to diagnose and repair it. You have that person that comes out and can either patch things up enough to get you to where you're going to be, or maybe just a tow truck driver or whatever. But the point is that you take it to the master. The master hardly ever comes to you. They don't make house calls for the most part. And you still have to have both. That sergeant or that master, technician or whatever, they require a setting, a specialized set of tools in order to do their job, and they rely on those other people to bring them their work so they can do it. And it brings into the fact that we need each other. We all have that calling. We all have that specialized thing that we do. And while it may not be, something to where a lot of people think you have to be a master electrician or a master surgeon or something along those lines, maybe it's more of the thing of you're that person that's really good at customer service. When it comes to things like that, you have to have the ability to have others help you. I don't care how masterful you are at a certain area, what your expertise is, you still have to rely on others. It's the same thing with building a mag when it comes to preparedness. And it's the same thing with, even if you're the unlucky one that you're kind of going through this a little bit by yourself, or you have a really, really small mag, you're relying on others. You're relying on me right now to give you something thought provoking, provide you substance, so that way you will carry on and go further. You're not satisfied with where you are now and you want to better yourself, which is what you should be doing. You should always be trying to better yourself. And so look to others. Be careful on who you look at. It doesn't matter. Even if you have followed a certain person on YouTube or TV or even in person, they're still human. Okay, we all make mistakes. Just because somebody says something does not make it gospel. Take everything with a grain of salt until you can prove it correct. Make sure that whatever you take in, that you put to use yourself to make sure that it not only works, but it works well for you. Modify it, okay? Change it up. Take bits and pieces. Somebody that does something and it's absolutely masterful for them, maybe it's only 10% useful for you. Use what you can. Then rely on the others that you trust to the point of learn from them. Maybe that 10% from this person and 20% from this person and a little bit of your own intuition and skill and knowledge puts it together, and you have built something great. And then you can rely on each other to the point of, if something happens, that you can do your part, they can do their part, the other person can do their part, and it comes together and makes something beautiful. Most of the time, nobody does anything from start to finish, okay? Whether you're sewing a backpack, somebody has to make the material, somebody has to make the sewing machine. There's a lot of logistics that come into play. It's a whole big machine that everybody has to do their part. Otherwise, the system falls apart. So as you go through and you kind of do a little bit of assessment for yourself, make sure that all the little cogs and the wheels that keep everything going for you and your group, make sure that everybody's good, okay? It's okay to take a step back and go, everything okay? Take a step back. Maybe instead of doing hardcore training nonstop, take a step back and do a fun day. It's one of those ones that just because you go out and you train really, really hard doesn't mean it's not a good idea to take a step back and, take everybody in your mag, the wives, husbands, kids, grandkids, whatever, and go have a picnic. Go have a movie night. Go do something fun and strengthen those relationships. There's a lot that goes into this. I think a lot of people miss that it's not just nonstop one thing. It's a bunch of things that go together. So with that, I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united because we're all prepping in this together.